Listen, this video is going to be talking about the new school that I have been placed at, but this video is also a testimony. Okay, so be prepared to get inspired, encouraged, and uplifted. Because when I tell you this story, y'all, honestly, it's nothing but God. Now, you all know a month ago, to most of y'all, if you haven't, I'm going to post the link below so you can check this video out. But a month ago, I uploaded a video when I quit my teaching job. I was at this school for 3 years. It was something that was giving me so much anxiety, stress, depression. It was definitely the lowest. My time at that institution was definitely like the lowest I have ever been, mentally, spiritually, physically. And because I was just overwhelmed with stress, and I was in a place where I'm currently in a place where I'm prioritizing peace and truly listening to my body. I quit that job. It was a sudden quit. I was tired of being stressed and burnt out, and just staying up around 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night doing work. Okay, I was a wrap. Long story short, guys. As of this past week, it's been 1 week since I started at my new school, and it's been nothing short of a blessing. And honestly, when I quit my last job, I was really adamant about staying in education. I told y'all in that video, I wasn't sure if I was going to continue in education or if I was just going to do something totally different. But because my teaching experience has only been at this one school, I told myself it would be a disservice to me as a teacher if I didn't at least, try one more school before I quit education for good. And when I tell you timing is everything, because, I remember so some of my coworkers who are also my old coworkers, I should say, at my old school, some of them are also very burnt out, stressed, overwhelmed, etc. And some of us are kind of close. So when I would tell them, hey, y'all, I think I'm going to quit this school before the year is over, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm mentally out of it. And they was just like, do you have anything lined up? Like, don't quit yet. Don't quit. You got to stay to the end of the school year. And I was listening to them for a little bit, and I was like, okay, maybe I should stay. But I'm so happy I quit because timing is key. Now, let me tell y'all how blessed I am. We're going to talk about it. Now, I'm going to start off with money, okay? It's not all about money, but I'm going to start off with money. On my second day at this school, we had a meeting, okay? And they were talking about how enrollment has been through the roof. At my school, we're number one in the network, and we literally have a wait list of kids and families who are trying to get into school. There's over 300 people trying to get into our school right now. And with that being said, funding is through the roof. School systems are similar to jails. When jails and prisons, they're paid per inmate. Schools are paid per inmate. Schools are paid per student. And with that being said, enrollment is up. So on day 2, being at this school, they surprised us with a red envelope, okay? They said, we want to give you guys an early Valentine's Day gift. And I'm like, okay. What's up? What's up? Like, what you going to get us, okay? A little Amazon gift card or something? A little Starbucks card? No, okay? They give us this card. It says, you are the best. We open up the card, y'all. $1,500. Appreciation bonus to be paid on Friday, February 14th. So as a bonus on Valentine's Day, they're giving us $1,500 so that every single teacher in this organization, and also, which is a great blessing, y'all. Like, when I tell you, this is a blessing in itself, because when I quit my last job, I did not have a job lined up. And but thankfully, this job came through for me. I had literally, when you're working all the time, you don't really have time to be applying and searching actively. When you're a full-time teacher and you got a grade, you got to do so much. It's kind of hard to really lock in. But once I quit my job, I was able to lock in. And within a week, I had got accepted to this school. And so I was just very happy about that. But long story short, getting this amount of money is so crucial, because I went like a month without any type of income coming in. And so I paid like 2 months worth of rent just off of like money that I had saved up. And with that bonus that I've just received, it's like wow, that's like money that I use for rent that I could put back into my account. You know what I'm saying? So that can just put me back in a good place where I need it to be. And so I'm just like grateful for that, and I'm grateful for God for that, because it's like, dang, like I took that risk and I'm getting that money right back. Also, because the network is doing so well financially, we're gonna get a tremendous bonus once we return back in the fall semester. So this upcoming school year, all teachers are getting a significant pay increase. I'm not talking about $1,000 to the salary or 2,000 or even 3,000 pay increase. I'm talking about, it's a large. I don't want to give figures out, but we're all gonna get at least a 7,000 pay increase to our salary, which is, I'm just really ecstatic about that. It just feels so good to be in an organization where they're financially strong. My last school funding was down, so they were kind of tight on their budget. But at this school, I'll be making the most money I've ever made in my life, which is just, I'm grateful for that. Now, there's other bonuses and things that we'll get paid for. Like, we're literally going to be getting paid. Anytime that we have to cover a class, we're going to be getting paid for that. Any unused PTO that we have, that we haven't used at the end of the school year, we're going to get paid $500 per day for any unused PTO. Okay, so when I tell you guys that this institution is just one that is just very well off financially, and I would have never, if I didn't quit my last job, y'all, I would still be at my school. I wouldn't have received this bonus. I would not, at my last school, when you have to cover, listen, your ass is covering for free. When teachers don't show up and you got to cover, it's just a part of your job. With this school, listen, you get paid extra, and we're fully staffed. So literally, I don't even really have to cover much. Like, it's not really that big of a deal in terms of covering. So, just the financial aspect alone is great, but we all know that regardless of money, your job can be stressful. And I'm some type of person where I don't care how much money I'm making. If I'm super stressed and I don't feel happy, I'm gonna leave that thing. So with that being said, this job is just, it's like night and day in comparison to my last school in terms of like organization and professionalism. When I tell you the classrooms are very efficient, the kids are actually respectful, they're doing their work, they listen. The behavior management system that we have in place, it actually works. It's actually efficient. I really feel like all the things that my last school was trying to do, this school actually does it. Like, it actually works. I'm like, wow, every single thing y'all doing here, my last school was literally trying to do that, but they just couldn't. Okay, the principals was inexperienced. The culture team was inexperienced. Half the staff was inexperienced. Half the staff we were half the old school. Half of the people there were either new or like literally were substitutes, because there's such a high turnover rate that they can't keep teachers. So we literally had like 8 or 9 openings at the school. So it was just a shit show at the school. And so things were just not able to actually happen. And one thing that really stands out at this school in terms of why the students are so respectful is because a lot of the students are from African families, and they're also from a lot of Caribbean households. And I gotta say, I hate to say it, but I gotta say it. Families who are not from America really place a tremendous emphasis on education and respecting teachers and respecting school. And so we have families at my new school where they are holding their kids accountable, and they have great partnerships with the school, and they want their kids to be great and excel. And I feel like when you have families that care versus, unfortunately, it happens again, I hate to say it, it's the truth, when you have African American households where they just kind of don't really prioritize education, or they take it for granted, because like in America, you got a lot of people who are just kind of spoiled. You have this access to free school, and you have all this access, and you don't really see the value of it because you're just so used to it. But these people from other countries, they had to really take strides to get here. They know what it's like to not have. They see what can be when you apply yourself. They know the opportunities that can happen when you apply yourself. And so to be at an establishment where the families are on board, it's just like, wow. Because when I tell y'all, I literally had lost hope. If you look at my last video, I was I was just so down when it came to the future of this new generation that we're in. And I still have my doubts, but it's just schools like the school that I work at that just lets me know that all hope is not lost. There's still some good that's happening, and to be at an institution that has restored my hope in the future is exciting. This principal at this school, I love him. He is very professional, very communicative, very on it. And because it's like my first week, like let's be clear, y'all. Like, of course, things are gonna seem perfect because I'm still very new, and things will as the years and as the months and the days go on, I will definitely keep you guys posted on it if anything changes. But throughout this past week, I have been just having conversations with a lot of the teachers, just to kind of get confirmation and get the inside scoop on how is this school really, because it seemed perfect right now. And I've been hearing, I've had conversations with teachers who are kind of new to the school, those who've been there for about a year or about 6 months. They've been able to just let me know, yeah, look, this is a really good school, and these are the good things that are happening. And I'm just kind of being honest, truthful about the experience. And when I tell you, just hearing from them versus my previous experience, and there's teachers and people who've been there for like 7+ years, and that's just exciting for me to hear that as an educator, coming from schools where it's just that longevity is just not present. And also, the principal has also talked about seeing a leader in me, and talked about, am I open to developing as a leader and growing outside of just the classroom. And so to be so early on into this at this institution, and already having those conversations and the interest in me as it relates to leadership is definitely interesting to hear, and I'm excited to see what the future is going to be. So yeah, guys, I'm just truly ecstatic that I'm in an institution that feels that I'm seeing it for myself. I'm like, it's working. Like, I am like shocked. I'm like, yo, when you hold the line, when you hold the bar, it actually works. Also, let me tell you some other benefits. Like at my last school that I used to work at, I used to have to take 2 trains to get to work. And at my new school, literally, I just got to take 1 train. It's a quicker commute for me, just so much more convenient for me. And I'm just like, yo, every single thing that I complained about at my last school has been fixed and resolved at this new school. I have been praying for a school with order. And also, another thing I was telling you guys about was how I was getting burnt out when it came to lesson planning. They make lesson plans for you. And initially, when I heard about this school making the lesson plans for you, I was kind of taken aback a little bit, because I was like, I don't want to have to follow a certain type of script and be kind of robotic. Like, I like to, come on now, y'all know I'm a YouTuber, I have big personality. I like to really put my personality into things, and really, as a teacher, you got to like be you. And I had the opportunity to observe so many teachers this week, and it was just really nice to see that these teachers are being authentically them. Yes, they're teaching the curriculum that was given to them, but they're doing it in a way that is fully immersed in their personality, and it's not a robotic institution. Like, I was, there are some schools that it doesn't feel real. It feels like, yo, like, y'all kind of seem it's a little robotic in here. It's giving power, super extreme power dynamic. I understand that, we got to have a certain level of order, and we got to hold the kids accountable, and we got to be, listen, as an educator, like, you got to be firm. You have to be definitely assertive. You have to be dominant. You have to let these kids know that you mean business, because if you don't, they're going to run over on you. And kids will tell you that. Like, they'll tell you, you got to be mean. You got to yell at us. You got to hold us accountable. You got to do these things, and there's places that feel like they're policing the kids. And I don't want to be in an institution like that. So this school has a great balance of, yes, we the adults, we run this, okay? And you're going to fall in line. However, at the end of the day, we care about you. We love you. We want your voice matters. We're invested in your education, and we're invested in you outside of the classroom. What do you like to do for fun? We're letting these kids have the opportunity to be creative. Speaking of that, this funding at this school is so immaculate that we have so many after school programs. And every teacher has to be involved with some type of program, and we get the autonomy to create our own after school program. And guess what? I have the opportunity to create my own after school program, and I am working on having a podcast club for some students. Okay. And y'all know I am a YouTuber. Podcasting is my thing. And so they're going to give me some money to buy some mics and everything that I'm going to need to get a podcast club situated. So I'm excited to get the kids to have their own podcast. I also am going to have a creative writing club. So I am just super thrilled to be at a place where I can not only, I don't have to just teach, but I can also have something to do outside of the classrooms where I get to just truly tap into something that is also fun for the kids, and to let the kids create, to use their own voice. I started YouTubing as an adult, but just imagine the kids being able to find their creative side, to find their voice, their personality, and be able to not only just have a personality, because we all have personalities, but to be able to use it on a platform. Y'all, the kids and their confidence is just going to be amazing. So I'm so excited about that, y'all. Like, your boy is just over here cheesing. I wake up in the morning ready to go to work. Like, at my last school, I used to be late often. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I used to be a little bit late, or I used to, if I wasn't late, because I wasn't always late, got to be a professional, right? But it was just like, I didn't want to go to work. I would wake up dreading that. I get up. Again, I know it's only been a week, so I ain't gonna go too crazy with it, but I've just been ready for work all week. Very excited for the day. I'm not in the classrooms just yet teaching myself. They really like for you to get acclimated with the culture of the school, kind of understanding the systems to fidelity, having the opportunity to get coaching, to make sure that you're prepared before you get there. And so right now I have like this project where I'm actually working on the Black History program that we have coming up, and kind of been having meetings and coordinating things about that. And y'all know, I, as a creator, just being able to pitch ideas and to get creative and to use that in the workplace is super exciting and invigorating for me as a creator, as a person with the mind that just works a certain way. I'm just like, ooh, y'all don't understand that I'm just loving every bit of this. So I'm excited to see how this Black History program is going to be. It has to be, listen, okay, your boy's over the top. It's going to have to be top of the top, because we got to pay homage, okay? We have to pay homage to our ancestors, and we got to make sure these kids know the the strides and the things that our people before us did. Okay, so I got to ensure that they are prepared for all of that. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, y'all. I am super blessed, super excited. Okay, your boy is just thrilled at this new school, and as always, I'm gonna keep y'all posted. The good, bad, and the ugly. Like, if things take a turn, I'm definitely I'll definitely keep you guys posted. This is juicy real talk. I keep it real, so everything that you hear me talking about is the truth. That's just kind of who I am as an individual. I tell it how it is, and so if anything changes, I'm definitely game to like naming what that is. But as a professional, I would never verbally tell y'all the name of the place that I work or anything like that. So I'm going to be able to deliver as much information that I can, but while also respecting the privacy of where I work, because I wouldn't want those worlds to collide, because as a professional, I got to keep that off the grid, but definitely will give you guys as much insight as I can. But so far so good. I look forward to teaching these kids when I do get to that point. I love working with my coworkers. Everybody so far has been very nice. I have also been doing some digging, because I got to get to the bottom of it. I'm like, listen, are the teachers messy here? I've been talking to certain teachers, a good amount of teachers actually, and they just been kind of giving me the tea on certain stuff. And at my last school, it was a lot of messy teachers, to the point where, y'all know I don't play. I'm gonna speak up. It was to the point where I was having a few back and forth with certain teachers, because I'm like, listen, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a student. I ain't your kid. I'm not the one. And so I had to tell a few teachers at my last school, don't even push the needle. You're being very unprofessional. And so at this school, I'm happy to know that the type of catty drama doesn't happen here. So that's just been I've been happy to hear that. I mean, on your first week, you're like, yeah, whatever. But no, to hear that from several teachers has been nice to hear, because at my last school, on day 1 and day 2, when I was asking teachers like, how do other teachers, how's the environment, they was telling me that it was messy. They was telling me certain people you got to watch out for. So I know y'all probably thinking, oh, Juicy, it's only been a week, like you don't really know, you don't know everything just yet. I don't know everything. However, okay, as a teacher, who's been doing this for almost 4 years, I know what to look out for. I know the climate of a school, and teachers will tell you up front, okay, we are very blunt. We know what time it is. And so kind of getting that feedback so early on has been refreshing. So anyway, y'all, I hope that this, I hope this doesn't come off as me bragging, but I hope you guys kind of get inspired by the message. The message here is, listen, if you at a school or a job or wherever you work, and it is stressing you out, and you're feeling like, damn, this may not be I probably should just hold on a little bit longer for this reason, hold on for this reason, hold on for this reason, hold on a little longer. You never know, because it may be time for you to leave in that moment, because there's another opportunity waiting for you. If I didn't leave when I left my last job, I wouldn't be at this school. I'm at the number 1 school in the network, okay? On my second day of work, I was notified that I'm getting a $1,500 bonus. Okay, I was notified that the funding, they're the strongest they've financially been ever, and that we're about to have a tremendous pay increase for the upcoming school year, and we have several bonuses and other things happening by the end of this school year. They have money to give. Okay, they're just giving out money like it's nothing. And at my last school, that was the complete opposite, right? And so if I didn't quit when I did, I wouldn't have had this bonus. I wouldn't have probably been in the space to where I'm chosen for this school, because now that I'm hired, me and one other person, now the school is fully staffed. And if I wasn't hired when I was hired, it probably would have been too late, and I probably would have been placed at a different school in the network, or maybe, the openings would have all been closed. Or maybe I would have been at a school that wasn't as convenient. Like maybe I would have still had to take several trains to get to work. But no, I was chosen at this school. I was chosen for a reason. God designed this. I honestly feel like this was God at the end of the day, because I took a leap of faith. I prayed. This is the first time that I really prayed over a job. Like I literally prayed about this decision that I was making. I called my mom and I asked for her to pray for me as well. Like we prayed over this. And so to see how it all worked out was just, I give it to God. I'm gonna continue giving it to God. I have faith that this is where I'm where I'm supposed to be. Right now I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I think sometimes we question where we are and why this is happening and why that's happening. But I'm in a place of just accepting like, yo, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And God, I trust you for putting me exactly where I am. And then that's just what it is. So I just hope this encourages you all to like not be afraid to take a leap of faith. It was a bold move, I admit, because like I told y'all, I quit my last job without anything lined up. But at the same time, I trusted God. I said, I'm gonna quit. I had something in my savings, but honestly, it probably wasn't enough. But I had some stuff in my savings, so I was like, listen, I'm gonna just quit, and it's gonna just have to happen. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. But at the same time, I didn't just say, oh, I'm trusting in God and that's it. You got to trust in God, but you got to also trust yourself, because God, if you listen, he'll guide you on what you should be doing. So I was having faith in God, but I was also moving. I was applying. I was intentional about what I was doing. And so I hope that this encourages you guys to not only trust in God, but to listen to God and move on those action steps so that you can put yourself in a better position. As always, I'm going to keep it real. If you enjoyed this video, if it inspired you, please like the video. To all my teachers out there, listen, keep up the good work. I know it is stressful, but like I said, if you got to leave that job, leave that job. Put yourself first, always. Love you. Peace. Make sure y'all subscribe as well if you haven't.
It's juicy, real talk.